If you're a fan of a Black Bay 58 and considering getting one, I'm here to tell you today that you might want to give the Black Bay 54 a try too. Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is T-Fit and today we are going to do a side-by-side comparison between the Black Bay 58 and the Black Bay 54 and see which one comes out on top. Let's dive right in.
Now let's look at some of the similarities between these two watches first, starting with the dial. The dial surface, as you can see from here, they are nearly identical. Both are black dial, domed, and they have applied markers in gold. They also have their minutes and second index printed in gold as a perimeter. They both have unidirectional 60-click bezel, 200 meters of water resistance and 20mm lug width. They both have dome sapphire crystal and sign crown. And their 20 to 80mm bracelet come with the faux rivets. And that is pretty much everything that these two have in common. Now let's take a look at some of the differences, starting with the dimension. The Black Bay 58 has a diameter of 39mm, lug to lug of 47.8mm and a thickness of 11.9mm. And the second hands is their signature snowflake second hands. For the Black Bay 54, it comes with a diameter of 37mm, lug to lug of 46mm and a thickness of 11.12mm. One thing to notice here is that instead of the snowflake second hand, it comes with the lollipop second hand. This not only serves as a more accurate representation of the original model, it also makes more sense in this smaller dimension design because of the snowflake hand would make the dial look a little bit too cramped. Another obvious difference between the 54 and the 58 is of course at the bezel. The Black Bay 58 comes with a gilt bezel and a big red triangle at the top, and both of these features are missing on the bezel of the 54. Another thing I want to point out here is the coining, which is the teeth around the bezel. For the Black Bay 54, the teeth is wider, is more rugged and it appears taller. This will help with the grip while rotating the bezel since the 54 is a smaller watch. Whereas for the 58, the bezel coining is smoother and the gaps between the teeth is much smaller. This difference is a bit clearer and more obvious if you look at them from the side. Similar pattern can be seen from the crown here. The Black Bay 58 has a bigger but smoother crown. As for the 54, the crown is smaller but the gaps of the teeth is wider. And to me, the biggest factor that caused me to choose between the 54 and the 58 is the presence of the T-Fit Clasp in the 54. The ability to have some micro adjustment done on the bracelet while you're on the go makes a major difference in terms of the practicality. Whereas for the 58, we are stuck with the normal clasp with the micro adjustment holes that require spring bars to operate them.
Now, if you are thinking whether the bracelet of the Black Bay 54 can be swapped with the bracelet of the Black Bay 58, the short answer is yes. There is another YouTuber called Britt Pearce. She made a video on how to swap the bracelet between these two watches, and I'm going to link her video in the description below.
All you need to do is to keep the end links of each watch to themselves while swapping the bracelet. I hope that makes sense, but if you need more information, feel free to check out her video below. Last but not least, the difference between these two watches is the movement that they use. For the Black Bay 58, it is using the manufacturer caliber 5402, whereas for the Black Bay 54, it is using the manufacturer caliber 5400. These two movements are very similar. In fact, they are almost identical, that the only difference between these two is the size. For example, they are both COSC certified, have 27 joules, beats at 4 Hz, comes with 70 hours of power reserve, and having an accuracy of -2 to +4 seconds per day. They are both non-magnetic, and the only difference again is the size. For the Black Bay 58, the caliber 5402 is having a diameter of 26mm, whereas for the Black Bay 54, the diameter of the caliber 5400 is 31.8mm. Now, I'm not sure why they are putting the bigger movement in the smaller watch, but if you do know the reason, let me know in the comment section below. Now let's have some final thoughts and see which one of them is more suitable for you, starting with the 58.
The Black Bay 58 gives a bit more vintage vibes, and it's also a bit more dressier because of the gilt bezel. You just need to throw in a proper leather strap for it and you'll be good for the rest of the evening already. It's also a bit more warm, a bit more outgoing because of the treatment of the gilt around the dial and especially because of the red triangle. So when you wear this watch, you will be noticed. So if you are looking for a bit more of a vintage inspired feeling, you want a watch that has got a bit more wrist presence, then the Black Bay 58 is the one to go. Now how about the Black Bay 54? I would say that the Black Bay 54 is a more of the practical watch because of the dial is a little bit toned down. It has a little bit less wrist presence, so when you wear this you won't be noticed that much. So if you're looking for this kind of direction, you want to be a bit more stealthy, then the 54 is the way to go. And because of the dial is a little bit more toned down, it can pair well with any strap that you throw at it. Now don't get me wrong, both the 58 and the 54 both are great strap monsters. I'm just saying that with the more toned down a dial of the 54, it can make the strap pop even more. And how can we forget about the T-Fit Clasp on the Black Bay 54? The ability for you to adjust the bracelet on the go makes it a perfect daily wear. So which one do you prefer better, the Black Bay 58 or the Black Bay 54? Let us know in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you!